Nightmare Ariola, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? First, let me give a shout out to a subscriber, Giselle. She sent me this article, man. What was this on Boxing Scene? So shouts out to Boxing Scene. Shouts out to Boxing Scene. It says Stiverne. He says they knew all along that Povetkin would test positive. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the link to this article in the description box. Like always on my channel, you can click it, read it, and come to your own surmise. All right. And who wrote this? Carlos Boogs. So shout out to him too. This is his article. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and read what Bermane Stiverne said about the situation leading up until they said that Povetkin had tested positive for OSTARINE. All right. This is what Stiverne had to say. He says, I was shocked when I heard the news, but when I arrived back home, I thought about how it all played out, and I added 2 plus 2. It all came together. Beginning Tuesday, they told me they have a replacement if I pull out the fight, and they kept saying it throughout the week. I actually thought it was just something to distract me, but they seem to know about it all week, Stiverne said. Then on Saturday morning after breakfast, I went to my room to lay down and get some rest. That was when I got a word what had happened, so I called everyone on my team to my room and got Don on the phone, Don King. Then Mauricio Suleiman called apologizing profusely and told me it was my decision, but they will no longer be sanctioning the fight because our #1 priority is safety first. Yeah, safety and a big bankroll. All right, then he says, that was all I needed to hear. The only reason I came over here was to fight for the title. They tried to talk to me to go forward with the fight. They spoke about how I failed the test, but I told them it was 2 different things. Mine was a 5-hour energy drink. He is shooting up. All right. Then he goes on to say, we get online and got an early flight so we can get out of Ekaterinburg right away. There were people following us since the moment we arrived. It's hard to explain, but it was like we were in a movie. So we discreetly left the hotel, made it to the airport. We got a 5 p.m. ticket to Moscow, landed there at 7 p.m., then waited 18 hours there for our original flight to the U.S. We felt safe in Moscow. We just needed to get out of Ekaterinburg. While we were at the airport, I hear that Povetkin is fighting a French guy. They knew all along he was going to test positive. I now leave the matter to Don King and Mr. Suleiman. Okay, it's funny when people say this French guy, like nobody knows who Johan Duhaupas is. You know what I mean? Like he didn't fight Deontay Wilder and Erkin Tepper, so on and so forth. Not that he's this big household name, but it's like, I mean, he did fight Deontay Wilder at the very least. You know what I mean? But anyways, interesting story, man. It's pretty interesting to hear this from Bermane Stiverne. It's just, like I said, man, this fight just has, just has a black cloud over it, man. It just had a black, ever since Stiverne took his, what does he call it? A 5-hour energy drink that had the DMAA in it. You guys know how I feel about that. I think that guys who fail anything, I don't give a fuck if it's a 5-hour energy drink, Pepto-Bismol, deodorant, lotion, whatever it is, man. If if you put something in your body that's not supposed to be there, I think you need to be suspended. Now, of course, taking something that has, that was in a 5-hour energy drink and comparing it to an anabolic steroid, of course, it's different. But I think anything you put in you should at least be a suspension. If not, then what's the point of a fucking fine and a slap on the wrist and don't you do it again? You know what I mean? I don't think it should be just a fine and slap on the wrist. And if you take something major like a steroid, then it should be, a 5-year ban. I think at least if you put something in you, man, even if it's something that's Stiverne, at least 9 months to a year. And if you put a steroid, shit, I don't know, 2.5 to 3 to 4 years probably, or maybe a lifetime ban, depending on how many offenses you have. You know what I mean? But I mean, yes, we can argue that. Stiverne can argue that, but curious to hear his side of the story. That's why I just wanted to make this quick video, man, to get this information to you guys if you guys haven't already read this. What do you guys think about it, man? What do you think about Team Povetkin having a replacement? And to me, they knew that something was up with him. I know it's common for a fighter to have a replacement, but to have Duhaupas as your replacement, who has the WBC silver title. The fight was not going to be sanctioned, so obviously they offered Duhaupas amount of money that he couldn't refuse. I'm hearing that he got like 500,000 or 600,000 for this fight. Just the opportunity to possibly upset Povetkin, and people got mad at me, got salty because Mr. Boxing, how can you make a post fight video and say that Povetkin looked decent in that performance? It's like, well, dude, I mean, a fight happened. They got in the ring and fought each other. Povetkin whooped his ass. I know he was juiced, but he whooped his ass. That's Duhaupas' fault, man. I didn't force Duhaupas to get in there. That's on him for getting his ass up in there for that money. He did that. I don't feel sorry for him, man. I don't. If they tell you a motherfucker juicing and you still get up in there and fight him and get stretched out, knocked, spark clean the fuck out, that's your fault. I don't feel sorry for nobody that gets in there and chasing the money, man. That's on you. You know what I mean? So if they make another fight with Povetkin getting in there juiced up, another person knows, and they still get in there, that's on them. It's not on me. You know what I mean? But Stiverne and his crew knew that some fishy shit was going on. But to tell you the truth, man, I'm being honest with you. I'm getting tired of talking about Povetkin. I mean, I really am. People just keep sending me stuff, which is cool. You know, the articles and other fans are asking me questions. I'm just tired of the guy. I'm just tired of. I mean, the whole year we've been talking about drug tests and how people believe he can beat this guy and he can beat that guy. Well, let's try to get in the ring without juice up in you. I mean, let's just try to do that first. Let's win that battle first, and then let's see what you can do. I've seen comments, people leaving me saying that Wilder's being protected. Somehow, again, this is Wilder's fault. To some of the comments I'm reading, somehow this is Wilder's fault. And there's this big conspiracy to let Wilder hold on to his title so he doesn't have to face the boogeyman, Alexander Povetkin. Hey, man, I think Povetkin, if you'd have asked me if I talked to you a week ago, he's one of the top, 6, 7, 8 heavyweights in the world, in my opinion. But now with this shit going on, I'm not sure how good he is. I don't know about Povetkin, man. I just really don't know. But some people think it's a big conspiracy. Somehow it's Wilder's fault. And cool, if that's what, if that's your view on it, that's fine. I'm not here to argue nobody's opinion, man. You know what I mean? If that's how you feel, that it's this big production that we're trying to keep Wilder the champion and, put false drug tests on Povetkin. Okay. All right, man, I guess. People think, I heard people say that Wilder can't even, what did the guy say? He said Wilder can't be the top 5 heavyweight, but Povetkin could. It's like, well, I'm not sure Povetkin can be the top 5 heavyweight. I don't think he beats Joshua. He already lost to Klitschko. I don't think he beats Klitschko. Klitschko hasn't looked all that great in his last few fights, but I don't know, man. I don't think he beats Wilder. I don't think he beats Ortiz. I don't think he beats a lot of guys. I think Hay probably give him problems. I'm not sure, man. I'm just getting tired of talking about this guy, man. Just getting tired of talking about this guy. And as far as him fighting Duhaupas, I just can't believe Duhaupas. Again, it's the money, man. That's why I don't feel sorry for the guy, because he went for the money, but he wasn't even ready to fight. And I was trying to, when I was explaining to you guys, he had a fight coming up January 29th. One guy left a comment in my comment section saying, "Oh, well, he was ready to fight then. It was only a little over a month for his fight with Takam." It's like, dude, you trying to tell me if you have a fight January 29th that your guy's really going to be ready December 10th? No, you're not going to. I mean, I'm sorry, December 17th. No, you should be ready. He shouldn't even be peaking yet. You start peaking like maybe 10 days before your actual fight. Like, Duhaupas wasn't even peaking yet. He was still grinding away at training, man. The dude still had, what, a month and 12 days, damn near a month and a half left of training. You know what I mean? So, of course he wasn't fucking ready for this fight, man. Like, it is what it is, man. I'm just getting tired of talking about Povetkin. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm out.